You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1507. Regular contributor Michelle Barr from Right Lead Equestrian Center in Louisiana and myself share our top tack fitting faux pas.
Horse and Rider On Demand allows you to train smarter, not harder. Our training video collection, featuring some of the industry's top Western professionals like Bud Lyon, Cody Crow, Ryan Rushing, and more, can help you perfect your horsemanship and improve your performance in the arena. Get access to hundreds of videos and learn more about events like ranch horse versatility, reining, working cow horse ranch riding, and more for just $14.99 a month. Watch anywhere, anytime. Horse and Rider On Demand can be streamed from any smart device. Visit ondemand.horseandrider.com to start your 7-day free trial. That's ondemand.horseandrider.com.
And welcome back to the show, Michelle Barr from Louisiana, who's here to extemporaneously talk about bridle fit faux pas.
Yes. I don't know about you, Coach Jen, but when I go out to meet a rider for a lesson or in the warm-up, all of my girls will tell you this. The first thing I do is look at their bridle. And just my own personal pet peeve on this is keepers that don't work.
Okay, I agree.
I mean, it makes me crazy. Don't let them get all so cruddy and nasty and stiff that they don't move, okay? Because number one, that's a sign of bigger problems that you need to address immediately. But on the other hand, the ones that don't stay up make me insane too. So I've been known to cut those off, and you can get the rubber ones from, I think, Bit of Britain, and you slap the rubber suckers on there, and they're not going anywhere. And it makes these girls, if you got to, use the same bridle on more than one horse, and they just get all bent out of shape that they have to, roll this rubber keeper around. But I love them because they stay put.
Exactly. That was always, to me, the sign of a well-made bridle, is that all of the keepers and runners actually function the way they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bridle I have right now, the runners fall off. Every single time I put the bridle on, I have to slide them back up. And by the time I'm done riding, they've slid back down. And it just makes me want to throw something.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then my next in line is the throat latch that doesn't fit.
Yeah, they usually make them long. They usually make them long enough that you could run them through the girth.
It should not flop when you trot. I'm sorry. It just should not. It needs to. Everybody check with your instructor or read up in your VHS handbook about the 2 ways that you can measure to get your throat latch the correct length. Now, I did have one. The throat latch was too short on this girl that I was pulling at a show. And this was early in my teaching career, and I did not go inspect her equipment as I should have. And I couldn't figure out why this horse just was going bananas and dumping her every 5 or 10 minutes. And after the third time, she says, I don't want to get back on. So we start checking things. Well, doggone it, she was strangulating him. His throat latch was so tight.
Wow.
The poor thing was, you'd ask him to come around and go forward. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. It's cutting into my neck. So I've only seen one. The big flappy, floppy throat latch.
You see that a lot. Yeah.
That's
a quick fix that we used to use, because you don't always want to alter your tack, or you're not always in a position where you can, is we used to just take the throat latch and tie a knot in it so the knot sat right between their jawbones.
Yep.
Which would shorten it up just enough.
That's a whole trick.
Yep. So it would stay where it was supposed to. Now, in driving, it's a little bit different. Glenn and I are learning all sorts of things about how harnesses should fit.
Oh,
and the throat latch on a driving bridle should be considerably more snug than what you typically see on an English riding bridle.
And why is that?
The reason being that because of the mass, and I'm using that word correctly, the mass of a driving bridle.
Yeah.
If they put their head down and the angle of the rein is just so, or their friend, because they're driving in a team, reaches across and rubs their head, they can flip the bridle right up over their ears.
Well, that would be a bad day.
That would be a bad day. So they make it a little bit tighter. And what they also do is they have this little piece, and it has a name, and it escapes me right now. Might be no, I'm not going to say it because I'm not remembering the correct way. But the strap that goes between the noseband and the throat piece of a halter.
Yes.
It's one of those. It's one of those, but it's removable, and then they use that on a driving bridle, and it goes from the throat latch to the noseband of the driving bridle, so that you can make the throat latch loose enough for comfort for the horse, especially if you have a high-headed one, and most driving horses are high-headed. You can make it loose enough, but still don't risk the horse flipping the bridle over his head.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I just learned that the other day because we were harnessing up Scooter, and Wendy was here helping us out. Dr. Wendy from the driving show. And she said, excuse me, Jen. You're wrong here. Your pony's going to take his bridle off if you're not careful. You need to get one of these little straps. So,
wow.
Yeah. So that was a fascinating topic, but you're right. The loose and flappy throat latch is all too common. Yes.
Or a too tight brow band, and the poor thing is getting his little brain pinched.
The too tight brow band. I have a good too tight brow band story for you because that's one of my pet peeves as well. When I bought Beaker, the lovely lady who allowed me to take him home, I had to do an interview to have him, warned me ahead of time that he's a little head shy and that you have to put his bridle on. And when you put it on, you put the right ear in first and then the left instead of the other way around.
How funny.
Yeah, and I said, okay, fine. And got him home, and I kind of stuck with that. But he was always a little wonky about getting his bridle on.
Okay.
And never really understood why he came with it, so I didn't think past that. And then I got the urge to have myself a blingy brow band.
Oh.
So I got a blingy brow band, but I got the blingy brow band one size bigger than the bridle was. Voila. 85% of head issues have disappeared.
Amazing.
He didn't like it squeezing his ears.
Well, I can't blame him.
Yeah. So, folks, if your horse is a little head shy, check your brow band.
That's excellent. That's very good to know. The cockeyed cavesson.
Oh, well, that's really hard.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta go and give it a tug. I mean, I cannot see a cockeyed cavesson without going and give it a tug.
Yeah. You're right. That's something that needs to be addressed before you get on. Yes. One of my faves is when you have a bridle that's really a little bit too big for the horse. So the buckles on the cheek pieces are all the way up above his eyes and digging into his brow bone. Oh, I hate that. You see that one with Western bridles too.
Oh, I've never had a look at those.
Yes, sometimes you'll see that too. So, folks, buy smaller cheek pieces. Take your bridle and get it altered. You wouldn't want somebody digging a buckle into your eyebrows for several hours each day. So, come on, step up.
Sure. Well, and then wonder why your horse has bad behavior.
Yeah.
What I've discovered is equipment is a big deal. Most of them want to behave. So check your equipment. It's amazing that they do for us,
Yeah, it is. And we need to step up and take the responsibility part because they can't do it for us, right?
Sure.
That's it. Well, thank you very much, Michelle Barr from Louisiana, for stopping by. I know that you still do clinics and judging and lessons all over the place.
I do.
So where can listeners find you if they want to have you come out to do a lesson, a clinic, judge at a horse show, or just quiz you?
Just quiz me. I'm up for all of those things. So you can go to the webpage, and that's www.rightlead.com.
Ta-da! Thanks a lot. See you next time. Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.